We still do 7 NUFC Matters show a week for free. But if you want to help support NUFC Matters, then there are a few ways of doing it. Hit the like button on each live broadcast and video. This helps the channel grow. Hit the subscribe button and select the all notifications bell so you don't miss a single show. If you want to help us financially, then you can join the channel using this button with the membership starting at $1.99 a month. Or you can drop us a donation in the chat using a super sticker. We're also looking for sponsors. If you'd like your brand advertised on the flyers for the show and featured during the ad break, then email john@nufcmatters.com to arrange today.
A big thanks to all our sponsors: Skips and Bins, telephone 0800 25 45 25 3, email inquiries at skipsandbins.com, website www.skipsandbins.com, easy contract free and pay-as-you-go waste collection. A big thanks to Mr. Vicky's Sauces, handmade in Cumbria. You can order yours today by emailing info@mrvickys.co.uk or telephoning 01768 210 102 or go to the website mrvickys.co.uk. A big thanks as well to United Group Travel. They are a UK coach holiday firm based in Morpeth. For just £30 deposit, you can book a trip across the UK. There are no strangers on their buses, just friends you haven't met yet. They're taking bookings now for 2024 tours, and you can call them on 01670 632 460 or mobile 0791 666 4174 or 07957 141 654. Big thanks to Media Arts for all the help with the video side of things. And a big thanks as well to New Workwear. You can find them at newworkwear.com. Please subscribe to the channel. All you need to do is hit the subscribe button. It's free. Hit the thumb up under the video to like the video and click share to share to your other social media. We're also available as a podcast on iTunes, Spotify, and other podcast providers. If you want to help the channel financially, why not take out a one-off £25 membership? What do you get for your money? You get a scarf, you get a pen, you get a membership card and a cup, and you get entry into the monthly draw. How do you do it? Go to nufcmatters.com. If you've got a smartphone, put your smartphone over this QR code and it will take you straight there. We also support the food bank on this channel. How do we do it? We do it virtually. nufcfansfoodbank.co.uk is the website. If you want to make a virtual donation today, go to that website and you can top up what they collect at the food bank outside the ground. We always advertise events on this channel as well. If you've got an event to advertise which has got a Newcastle United theme, please let us know. An evening with Frank Clark and John Gibson takes place at the Irish Centre. Tickets are £15. nufcmatters.com for your tickets. The Tyne Theatre and Opera House are holding an event with Keegan, Beardsley and Waddle, the class of 84, 25th of January 2024. And you can book now 0844 249 1000. That's 0844 249 1000. If you go to nufcmatters.com as well, we've got a couple of raffles ongoing. The Alan Shearer signed ball raffle, £1 a ticket. And the Kieran Trippier picture, £1 a ticket for that as well. And once the tickets are sold, the draw will be done. We've also got some T-shirts, which you can buy. The latest one, the latest hot seller, is this one. Geordie's on tour. I've never seen a Mackham in Milan T-shirt with all of our Champions League fixtures on the back. Get yourself to nufcmatters.com. Buy one today. And don't forget the North East Brekkie Show, 7 till 9, Monday to Friday on tuneradio.co.uk. You can also get us on DAB Radio, smart speakers, app, and online.
Attack. It feels like I've been talking to myself again, but it's the only way you're ever gonna learn. You look back and it's all in the past. I'm dwelling on the thoughts I cannot say to you.
Good evening. Slightly smaller press conference review today. Eddie Howe's press conference review, which took place a couple of hours ago for PSG, home match in the Champions League. And it was a shorter press conference because you've got the French contingent there, and we also have to have a translator, etc. So not as many journalists in there from the UK press. But it did start with Keith Downey. He asked Eddie how he was feeling going into this big match, and he said he certainly felt the anticipation in the room with the journalists. He said that the players have had a really good couple of days, and he really can't wait for the game to start. He really is looking forward to the atmosphere building and looking forward to the noise that the crowd is going to create. Keith then asked him about the injuries that he has been nursing. Have you got an update? He said Callum Wilson won't make it, but he'll be close, which was a shock to everybody, I think, because we all expected him to be out until the international break. Joe Linton, there'll also be a late call on him tomorrow, so that is a positive. We all thought he could be out for a sustained period of time. Sven Botman won't make it. I think we all knew that. And Tonali is fine. He was given dispensation to fly to Italy, but he is okay and is raring to go tomorrow. Luke Edwards was next. He said it's 2 years almost since the takeover. Can you believe how quickly things have changed and how quickly you find yourselves in the Champions League? And Eddie said, look, things move quickly. It has flown by. When we first arrived, the only thing in our mind was to stay in the Premier League. But we got a good momentum going, and we carried that into last season and obviously qualified for the Champions League. And the trick is to keep that momentum going for as long as we can. And a lot of the progress that we've made has been down to our home form, and we need that to continue as well, pointing, of course, to tomorrow night's game. Then, he just said, Luke Edwards said, you know what it means to the fans. What do you hope that the fans bring to the game tomorrow? And he said, I know what they'll bring. They'll bring positivity. They'll bring noise. They'll bring emotion. And he said, we've got the balance right in home games since I came here. He says you can use that emotion too much sometimes, but we've always got the balance right. Craig Hope was next from the Daily Mail. He said you kept a straight face last week when you said that you wanted Mbappe to be fit and to play this game. Well, he's fit. He's here. He's going to play. How do you keep him quiet? Eddie said it's a difficult assignment. Our teamwork's been strong this season so far. We don't believe in man-to-man marking. But we hope to keep the best player in the world quiet. We need to work well in our units to do that, and that is going to be, our mindset. Damien was next. What kind of emotions are you going to feel when you hear the music at St James's Park for the first time, and obviously the first time for fans in 20 years? Eddie said, I can only go back to the Milan game. He says, okay, it wasn't at home. He says, but the music played in the San Siro. Fans were there and experienced it. He says, but I wasn't focused on the music. I was focused on how I could possibly help the players with any last minute preparation before they went into the game. He says, but yeah, make no mistake about it. It's going to be great to be back home. It's going to be a magical night in our stadium. But when that music plays, I'll still be focused on what we've got to do to win the game. Lee Ryder was next, and he just said, how satisfied were you with the result against Burnley? Because ultimately that's your bread and butter, winning league games. And he went, yeah. And he said, the focus of the players has been excellent, regardless of the opponent. He says, you go back to the last Champions League game when we played Sheffield United after returning from Milan, and we were excellent. He says, the players haven't been over-emotional, and that's a good sign, because the games are just going to continue to come thick and fast. How important is the home form in the group? Asked Lee. He said it's going to be crucial. The away games are difficult. He says the Milan game was difficult. We didn't really hit the heights that we would have hoped. But the help and the backing of our supporters out in Milan was important, and we got a point. But the home games, the help and the backing of our supporters is going to be equally important, if not more so. And, we've got to win our home games. And this game in particular, PSG, is a pivotal game in our group. A French journalist, didn't get a name, basically asked the very final question and just said, from your perspective, your support can be a plus point, but you know, is there a risk that you might get carried away emotionally by the support and, you know, potentially let Paris Saint-Germain in because they love playing in space, and maybe that could be an issue for you? And Eddie just said, hopefully not. That's part of our challenge to deliver what we deliver. We've got to be perfect in that respect going into the game. But I was, you know, particularly happy with the way that we played in possession against Burnley. So if we can take that into tomorrow's game, then from our perspective, then, you know, we'll be hopeful of doing that. That's it. Short but sweet. Hi, Kevin, and hi, Blue Rhythm Boy. I don't know, mate. Not for a while. I know I haven't done one for a while. I may do one around Christmas time, mate, but at the moment I won't be doing one. So I've got a lot going on, a lot happening at the moment, and the shows we're still managing to do 7 a week. But you know, I've got to do what suits me and fit in around the lads as well. So yeah, I will do one at some point, but it won't be for a while. Thanks for tuning in. For those of you who didn't watch Geordie's here, Geordie's there. We had 3 wonderful messages from 3 ex-players. So I'll play them. Here we go.
Hi, my dear. This is Mirandinha here from Brazil. I'd like to send this video for all the lads from Newcastle. I hope today Newcastle United have a very good game against PSG. I will be here in Brazil with my fingers crossed for our Newcastle United to have a very good result. I hope all the lads give 100% in the game and we finish the game with a very good result. I miss you so much, Newcastle. I love the people there and the club as well. How are the lads?
Hello everyone, Lee Clark here, I hope you're well. My prediction for the Champions League fixture at St James's against Paris Saint-Germain, obviously very exciting. First time to see them at St James's, world-class stars, Kylian Mbappe, etc. They've actually had their worst start under the Qatari owners. Worst start in 11 years in the league, so not coming into the game with good form. Our obviously first game back at St James's in the Champions League for many, many years. Great excitement building, team playing with a lot of confidence at the moment. I know 1 or 2 injury issues, but I think with the atmosphere generated and the intensity of the lads and the drive, it's a positive result. You know, I think we can get that win. That will make the 0-0 draw we got in Milan even better result than it was. Because if you can draw away from home and win your home games, that makes it extra special. So win for the tune. Hard fought by the odd goal. Maybe it's 1-0, 2-1. How are the lads?
Hi, Stupid Steve. I'm away in Croatia. I've just got your text, and yeah, so I'll summarise obviously the big match tomorrow. Really looking forward to it. Hopefully I can get a television where I can watch the match. But yeah, looking at the game, I think obviously Paris Saint-Germain usually the top of the league every year out there. And I've looked at the tables, I think they're in 5th or 6th now, so it's a great opportunity for Newcastle to play them. I think they're in a bit of a turmoil as a club, so I think, as I say, with Eddie Howe and the form that they've picked up, not at the best start, but the form that they're showing them at the moment, I think they'll be strong enough to beat Paris Saint-Germain. So I'm predicting, Super Steve and all you Super Geordie people, that Newcastle will win 2-0 from Jacko. Love you all. Cheers, lads.